Very interesting. We have international comedians, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we roll. He's been performing comedy for 8 years, apparently, which means he's a professional open micer. So, ladies and gentlemen, warm round of applause for Mr. Soame Chopra.
Thank you, young up-and-coming comedians. Clearly I'm not young. It's a miracle I'm still up. Hello Mumbai, how are you? That's great to hear. Dad's Punjabi. I'm born and bred in Australia. The only time I have divided loyalties is when Australia is playing India in the cricket. During a test match about 2 years ago, I changed sides 4 times. We won. When I was growing up in Australia, like most kids, I played cowboys and Indians. I was never allowed to be a cowboy. I always had to be an Indian. Get up the backyard and make yourself a bow and arrow, you black bastard. But Australians love the Indian accent. But we usually hear the Indian accent when we answer the phone right at dinner time. Any telemarketers here? Just as well. But unfortunately, most Australians, and I'm no exception, we hang up on the Indian telemarketers. But one night, I answered the phone, I hung up on one of my cousins. In fact, when I was in India 3 years ago, I was in the forecourt of the Taj Mahal. I rang my sister in Australia, and she hung up on me. But when I was growing up, I've got to admit, I tried some ganja. Admittedly, that was about 30 years ago. But at this stage in my life, it seems the only drugs I'm trying are things like gastric reflux medication, blood pressure pills, and Viagra. Did you know since they've invented Viagra, they've found all these other uses for it? They found that they use it in nursing homes to stop the old men from rolling out of bed at night. But they've also found that it's excellent in the treatment of gout. It keeps the weight of the sheet off your toe. The British apparently don't swallow their Viagra tablets, they suck on them, which accounts for their stiff upper lip. So how are you? Are you happy? That's great, because I'm very depressed. In fact, I've been so depressed, I had a sick day yesterday. I rang the boss, I said, I'm not coming in. He said, what's wrong with you? I said, I've got anal glaucoma. He said, you've got what? I said, I've got anal glaucoma. He said, what on earth is that? I said, I can't see my ass coming to work today. But I've been so depressed, I rang Lifeline. Lifeline in Australia is a depression hotline. But like a lot of companies, Lifeline's outsourced a lot of its work to Pakistan. So I found myself talking to a Pakistani counsellor, telling him all my problems. Well, after a while, I thought, you know, this guy must be sidelining recruiting suicide bombers. Because when I told him how depressed I'd been, that I'd been feeling quite suicidal, he said, can you drive a truck? But something that makes me depressed is reality TV. Yeah? You've got reality TV here? Yeah? Big Boss? Yeah. We have this show in Australia called The One, where they're in search of Australia's best psychic. They introduce each of them to the audience. They introduced the first one. He came out, he said, my name's John Smith, and I'm a psychic medium. And these are some of the things that I can do. They introduced the second one. She said, I'm so-and-so, and I'm an intuitive specialist. Whatever on earth that might be. They introduced the third one. She had to be at least 120 kilos. She said, my name's so-and-so, and I'm a medium. I thought, no, you're not. You're at least an extra, extra large. Thank you very, very much. I'm Soame Chopra.
Soame Chopra, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone, round of applause, yeah? So you guys have to be really, really loud because we have a laugh-o-meter backstage which measures how many laughs people get. So the loudest laugh wins.